We have 30 cards left in our library still. That's actually even more damage than I thought. That's an extra 3 damage. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having an absolute magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. We're playing with some net decks to wrap up the month. We're in standard best of 1 today with Naya Humans. This is a fantastic deck. A lot of fun to play with some fairly aggressive low-end, mid-range, and top-end damage, which is super exciting. It does everything you want. This is like a supercar of decks, if you will. In today's video, we'll break down the deck list, talk about the strategies, the synergies, then we'll showcase all of this within the Mythic rank gameplay footage against the best players and decks in the world. Finally wrapping up with our closing thoughts, deck review, and, you know, plans for the future, right? What's the rest of the week bring on the channel? So stay tuned, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and become a YouTube member to help support today. Let's take a look at the deck. Oh, that's not the right screen. Where is my game? There we go. Heyo, you know, what do you expect after 1,600 videos? There's going to be a little oopsie whoopsie here and there, and I think this is number 1,622 or 23. I've lost count, if you can believe it. But looking at this new, well, it's not really new. It's new to me, a deck I've actually not played so far. I know that it's been out for a while, and I'll tell you what, I've had my butt kicked by it a few times as I do my Mythic climbs. I'm pretty jealous of the deck, but finally kind of folding to my busy schedule and not making a ton of new decks for the next few days, just kind of playing some net decks, riding out the end of the month, and then we'll probably do a really hard push to Mythic at the beginning of next month, and then we'll get back into the creative state while we wait for some of these new cards to come out, right? We're really excited for this next set as it begins to be spoiled as we progress into the next few weeks and months, right? Anywho, the Naya net deck is what I'm calling this. It's a best of 1 standard deck. I know it says best of 3, but it's just a best of 1 here. We have a 2.6 average mana value with 34 creatures and only 2 non-creatures, 24 land. So this is a 3-color deck. Naya is the color combination of white, green, and red. It's a base build of mono white, which is really what I love about it, because you're not sacrificing any of the tools that you've become accustomed to on the channel playing the Milky Smooth deck, right? You still have everything that you know and love here, and you're just adding a little bit of top end to it, which is super exciting. My favorite thing in the entire deck is the Sigardia Champion of Light for 4 mana, and the Helena and Alina Partners also for 4 mana. Together, these cards are nearly unstoppable, and if you can somehow push up Helena and Alina, which Sigardia does do by herself with humans you control get +1/+1 as a static ability, it will really increase the amount of help that these two are able to provide, because at the beginning of your combat, if you're unfamiliar, put an X +1/+1 counter, X +1/+1 counters on another target creature you control, where X is Helena and Alina's power. That creature gains haste until the end of turn. So if we can increase the power of Helena and Alina, then the amount of X counters that she distributes will go up as well, which is super exciting. And a few ways to do this. First and foremost is the Luminarch Aspirant. You know, this is going to be really easy at the beginning of combat on your turn. Put a +1/+1 counter on creature you control. It goes over there, and then, you know, you're really getting it for free, which is really quite nice. There's other things like Sigardia that can buff everyone by +1/+1. The Intrepid Adversary does this in similar fashion as you dump excess mana into it for 2, giving creatures you control +1/+1, which is great. And then Catilda, we've got a single copy of this in deck for 6 mana, which is fairly extensive, but we can utilize our creatures as mana through her, which really actually does help out. We can put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that we control, right? So there's a few different ways to be buffing up our Helena and Alina, which is really, really nice. If you get really down and dirty late game, you can also do a Mink's Beloved Ranger, right? His X ability, until end of turn, target creature you control has a base power and toughness of XX and becomes a giant in addition to its other types at sorcery speed. Keep in mind, base power and toughness here is 2/3. So Minx will have to push more than 2 mana into it. But if you have like 6, 7 spare mana, nothing going on, you can just go absolutely haywire by pushing up Helena and Alina, and then Helena and Alina will push up whatever else that you want, which is really nice. And why not push up something with Flying and Trample? That also will draw you a card, Coven, whenever it attacks. If you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, look at the top 5 cards of your library, which is a big look. You may reveal a human creature from among them, which the whole deck is. Put that card into your hand, the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. And, you know, just free drawing things like the Brutal Cathar for exile and a body. Yeah, that's going to work, right? For 3, when it enters play, exile target creature until it leaves the battlefield. Daybound, Nightbound, it's a 3/3 with first strike ward, pay 3 life. And then when it flips back to Daybound, you'll get another creature, and you can just kind of keep riding this cycle, which is quite nice. The nighttime cycle is easily accessible through the spending of mana through your Hopeful Initiate, the Catilda Dawn Heart Prime, and holding up your Valorous Stance as well, right? So it's not like we don't have anything to do for the turns that we want to pass and not cast, and then flip to nighttime, and then on the following turn, you know, double cast, get another exile, right? You guys are all aware of this. So a few things we can do there. While we're on the Initiate, you can remove 2 counters from creatures that you control to destroy artifact or enchantment. This is fantastic in the current meta. We're really liking that. The Stance, destroy target creature toughness 4 or greater, or give one of your creatures indestructible. Fairly good. Right, so that's quite nice. Things we know and love here, just from mono white, like Elite Spellbinder, 3/1 flying. When it enters, you get to look at their hand, which is great. Just check for traps. Basically, exile something. It costs 2 more for them to cast. Adeline, its power is equal to the number of creatures you control. 4 toughness. Whenever a creature you control attacks, make a 1/1, which is really good. And that 1/1 is buffed up through the adversary. It's buffed up through the Champion of Light. And then you're just going wide with some fairly aggressive attackers, which is quite nice. I think that is everything in the deck. We have the Cave Dragon here as an attacker, as we're a white-based deck, and then, you know, everything on top of that. But again, you want to play all white, 1 red, 1 green, you're good to go, right? Play it like a mono white deck, and just once you have 2 white sources in play, sure, play a green source, play a red source, and then flip back to white source, right? Just start dumping them in even further as far as your land priority goes. But you guys will figure that out as you play the deck and as you watch today's gameplay footage as well. So a fairly interesting deck. I really like it. I think in the coming days I will make my own version of this build or archetype, because this is a list that we just pulled off the internet, and you know, it's got a 60% win rate online, and I've actually got about a 60% win rate with it as well. So, you know, you get what you get, and it's fun. I do think that it could be a little bit more competitive, though, as we adjust it for some of the newer cards that we've seen. But we're going to talk about that when we wrap up after today's gameplay footage. Let's see how the deck does. Going first, really nice. 1, 2, missing 3. 4 and 5's also delicious. Double white. This acts as green, so this is a hard red source. Just always run through my land first, as land misplays are not great. And still sometimes happen, right? So we decided this would be a red source. That opens up our Thalia on 2. They're tapped, so playing on our first main phase isn't a problem. There's untapped mana. We may want to attack first and then play our creatures on our second main phase. That's the 3-drop we wanted. And again, they're tapped out here, so we'll just let her rip. Training the Hopeful Initiate via Thalia, which is quite nice. And they're down to 14. It's not the craziest start, but it is definitely not bad. I would assume they need a second white source for a Doomscar. If not, here's just a single Vanishing Verse. Double Thalia, so this is like, you know, we don't feel bad wasting this. This now becomes a hard permanent second white, and this will become our new green source. Helena and Alina in play. Push up Hammy. Beautiful. Initiate trains again via Minx or the hamster. Boo. Down to 5. They need a field wipe here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And you can see we've been playing this deck for quite some time and coming off of a bit of a losing streak there. I was playing late last night when I should not have been playing. Oh, you guys cannot see that even. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why it's not showing up. It should be there. Nope. Well, I guess you don't get to see that. Going first. And apparently that's all we need. Just go first. Easy. Here's a white source. This is going to be a green source for Catilda. A little nervous here. Uh-oh. Saving the Intrepid as long as we can. I think that's going to be a wise decision. Just for the life gain. They look like they could be some sort of aggro / burn deck. I'm nervous. The Voldaren Epicure is really good value. The blood token, the damage, the 1/1 body. I ain't got no body. Unfortunately, it's not a werewolf, so we let it through down to 18 here. Ouchie. Why you gotta play me like that, homie? Well, it's not a white source, so it's definitely not acting as such, so it can go in as a red source. Let's see what else we're dealing with. I don't even know if the Spellbinder will survive. It could be another single target. A Spickfald. Another play with fire. Okay. So they're not hitting our person with the play with fires. Ooh. And they're not getting the Scry 1 is where I was going before I was shocked by this hand. So the headless, or sorry, the bodiless samurai, opposite. You have to invert that. It's a great card. So this will be a 3/4. We know they're out of direct burn damage, so Adeline's a fantastic blocker, and then ooh, it's Intrepid time. So if we can keep them from discarding and drawing, let's ooh, a Chandra. So they need to play that 2-drop still to take advantage of the phase 2 of the saga, which here we go. Nice string of events there for them. And I just can't think of a better play. It's fantastic. We know with 4 damage they can't kill Adeline. There's no way they lose Chandra. Definitely blocking with Voldaren Epicure. There's no way they lose Chandra. But they are willing to let her go down to 2. But why wouldn't they have blocked it with the 3/3? I am so confused.
Who needs a plan? Just improvise.
Oof, that's their 3rd play with fire. And that's on a really great target. Good for them. Ouch. That freaking hurt, Randy. Yeah, we blocked this. Block the heck out of that. No, you're not drawing a whole hand. I'm sorry. I wish it was an option, but it is not. 4/4 is pretty tough, though, hey? I wish we had a 6th mana. Double drop. No tax. I need to block with the token. I don't want to lose Adeline again, and I'm not going to let them draw hand, so... This turn, we just kind of took it off. Which is not ever something that we want to be doing, I don't think. I mean...
You're lucky this is a
yeah.
shot.
I don't think so. It's like a slingshot. We just gotta pull back. Oh, that is, not fantastic. Draw 3 cards. My goodness. We get a land. Still not killing her, and then they're gonna take it anyways. Is Chandra plus this turn? I think so. That's how they drew the Kami. Then we took a turn off for nothing. Yoot. We should have just Cathar'd it. Regretting that last decision. Well, I mean, we were going to block with the token, but they took care of that. So this isn't fantastic, but, you know, it's a start. Need some life gain, yo. So the ogre still has this ability.
Come on, Chandra.
Chandra's filling the card disadvantage void very successfully. That's not great. The use of the ability doesn't necessarily make sense to me. Think we need that Luminarch and a form of life gain. Oof. That's why you don't let them draw, kids. Nice, 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 Johnny, nice. Dead card. Lands, ouch. Doesn't feel great. I think we definitely have our backs against the wall. That's a big boy.
Let's bring things up to a simmer.
Oh! Whoa! Play with fire, Kami Flare, Fury. That is a lot of damage. Emotional damage! Woof. On the draw, and is there. Just trying to curve to 4. Let's see what we top deck. I guess it's not top decking when we have a full hand. We'll see what we draw. I don't know. They might even just take the Intrepid. Because there's 2 Luminarchs, so... That's weird. Adeline, I guess. Intrepid, Adeline, or Sigardia. Sigarda. Just add some extra E's and I's in there. E-I-E-I-O. Bro, stop it. Well, that's how it goes, doesn't it? Just looking for land. Ooh! Bully! Get wrecked. Looking for primarily a second white source. It's the only way this ship's really going to take off. Just so they don't meet Hook for 2 on their 4th land here. We keep that Hopeful Initiate alive. And our dream of winning. Inscription. Bully. Ooh. Not bad. Definitely not great. They didn't play a land, so it's the same thing where they could hook for 2, which would still be unpleasant, but... Oh, binding on the initiate. Yeah. Still no land, but we can take their hook and tax it. I'm just assuming that there's a cheat hook there. Always a safe assumption, I'm sure. As you guys have learned. This also sucks, though. Fantastic. A true villain indeed. Check for traps, yo. Wow. Get lucky. Get lucky. Wow, that sucks too, but not as bad as this. They go up to 8. Oh, they cheat hook us. I was gonna say we can Cathar their token and win. But the cheat hook, the cheat hook. So good. Get taxed. Wish you were out earlier. Well, you were, but you got nuked. Wretched Sorrow, Thalia. Take that. Okay, we do not mind. We do not mind, and we hit for 2. Okay, they know that we're gonna Cathar it, so they just draw the card, and take 5 damage, draw the card, and take 5 damage. Do it! No, they're like, I can't draw that card. That is an expensive card, yo. I wish I had my 4th land. They have 7 lands. Oh! 2 tokens. I can only deal with 1 of them. They probably make a 3rd here, don't they? You dirty dog. We take the life gain tokens first. Can't see the number of the casting cost because it's behind her head and it's been taxed. For an additional 2 and 3 on 5 is 8. They need 1 more land. Talia has first strike, would survive the spiders. We have 26 life. We don't need to defend. Let's see if I can just hit them for 2. Because if it was the Planeswalker, they'd block anyways just for the tokens. The meat hook triggers. But then they'd have to kill their Lothier. Oh, they get the land. That is really unpleasant. We should have just left it. Then it would have only been 2, not 4. Oh, Lord. Please show mercy to my draw step.
You can deal with my servant. I'm busy.
Well, first things first. Give me your life gain token. No attacks. Hopefully they don't cast. Well, they could draw. Lose a bunch of life. We're talking 6 life here. Oh! Pay 2. Too bad it's not an Infernal Grasp. Power Word Kill. Oh, losing an additional life down to 3. Soul Shatter on 1. They gain life up to 4. Ouch. And then again, they'll gain life up to 5. Hitting our Thalia, that is dirty doggedly. We'll never double drop with the champion anyways. This is not a great situation to be in by any means. That's great. So we're going to lose our Luminarch here.
My words are for ambitious minds.
Can we get 3 damage through? Mink's Trample? Guardian's Trample? I think it's got to be a form of trample. It's the only way we'll get it. Keep mitigating their life gain and take advantage. And because they only have 4 defense, Sigardia is a 4/4. They have 3 life. So if we attacked with everything, I believe we would win. Oh, that's not good though. Dang, yo. Nice channel. Very good. Channeling that new, what's it, Visionary? Yeah. Bringing 2. Sorry, well, actually, as many as you want. X, in fact. Non-target legendaries from your graveyard to your hand. Very, 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 very good. Very, very, very. So we've lost our trample. Not great. And we're still chilling. We're looking for more trample. You can do it. March on Lumi. Gaining, you know, just as much life as they want. So good. So good. I think they've probably stabilized, and this is where they really want to play the rest of the game, is at this position. Like, if they could start the match here, they would. Oh, how I wish we still had trample in play. Dang it! Dang it! Where's that trample when you need it? The things are lining up, just not really at the same time. It's all about timing. I mean, the first strike's great. The life link is also cool. We have to keep in mind that they have more meat hooks, and it's like meat hook for 9. Haha, gotcha. Right? Real funny.
Go, my children.
Don't say it, HGG. You'll make it come true. And so they have enough tokens as well that the meat hook haha is going to deal some serious emotional damage. I have nothing. So I just want the 3/4. They have to meat hook soon, unless they have single target as well, because the partners keeps getting pushed. We could bring the land in tapped, put counters on it. I just don't see a way out. Literally do not see a way out. It is nighttime though, so have fun double casting. No, they're like, I'm fine. I've got the chariot. I've got the spider. I've got my Sorin. So it would be crew the chariot, attack. You know, we block. They deal with our block. They still get the value from the chariot. That's their single cast, and they have planeswalkers and stuff, right? I think that's how their turn goes. Just trying to navigate muddy waters. Not all matches are perfect, and sometimes you've got to get down and dirty. Oh, that is good. Nice. That is a fantastic late gameplay. Oh my gosh. Villain, you're living up to your name. So they can grab, you know, whatever they want. That's non-legendary. Back from the grave, yeah? And that's March, right? They're going to grab March. That's fantastic removal and life gain. And that's exactly what they want. This is a really nice deck. I mean, if you get to turn 14 and 15 and your opponent has only pulled 6 lands when you have 15. Then it's a fantastic deck. And it happens. Sometimes you get there, right? And it's like, feel my wrath. They're going to pull many cards from the graveyard here. I'd assume 2 to 3. 3 would be 9, 11. I'll think at 4. I mean, I can't do math, right? 8, 10. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Basically, all of their stuff, right? Very nice. I hope they're a fan of the show. Very good. Like, that's a hello good game for them. You know what I mean? This is as a nighttime creature. We could scoop at any time, right? There, we get our good game. I'll show myself out. We just wanted a little reciprocation to that. Holy Toledos. Wow. On the draw, I mean, whenever you can turn 2 Luminar, turn 3 Cathar, I feel like it's just fine and you take it. You're like, thank you, Lord, for this blessing. Who's the official magic god? Who do our prayers go to? Oh, this is the thing I need to know, you guys. Gotta make sure my prayers are getting to the right spot. Do not sacrifice your ghast. You dirty dog. Oof. Oof, oof. Woof, woof, baby. Let's go. We've got ourselves a match. Hey, Sure. Perfect victim for my Cathar. Scooping up that token, sending it to oblivion. But they take the draw instead. Interesting. I will take the Twitch. That's kind of the same fashion. So get out of here. You think you can learn? You think you can learn? Saving the Intrepids. I mean, they're just such good mana sinks on 4 that it's hard to play the Intrepid before the Luminarch, even if it is into a gas. Like, I know, you know, we get burned that time, but it's not every time you do get burned. And if we can get these Intrepids out, you know, it could be the difference between surviving a meat hook and not. Bully. Snag their token. Take a draw through Kaido. They'll need to remove the Cathar.
I know something you don't know.
Or cast in any way, shape, or form this turn. We'll do both of them. The cheat hook strikes again. If you're not winning games, may I suggest adding this card to your deck? Sure to change any losing streak around. Are they out of single target? Let's bait them, right? Because we're not going to destroy a creature of theirs with the Valorous stance, so it should be held up as protection. And once we get that next land, we can hopefully double Intrepid, hold up the stance. Well, Intrepid ability is what I mean, right? For 4. Draw and discard. Which is fine. I mean, just cycling through your deck is still really good. Hope they don't have an answer here, though. Right? We can't protect against that minus, but we get away with it. We get away with it. I mean, it makes sense. Just a easy peasy lemon squeezy block. Make the treasure. The 16. And our turn, hold up the stance. A deluge. Good sized hand at 6 cards. 40 left in deck. Woof. Okay, so Meat Hook for 4 is on the menu. Interesting. 5 available mana. Kato minus ability active. Ooh. Why didn't they do this before? It happens. We can't protect it. Not good mana conversion, but we have to. Holy Toledo's. The Prophy. Got some removal here. Can't be blocked, can still block. Let's take out our dear ninja friend. Counter on the cave dragon.
I'll try again later.
Was tonight. I don't think that really affects their deck at all. Limiting their draws as much as we can. Let's check out that hand of yours, Mr. Wolf. They have a memory deluge. Oh. They have 2 memory deluge. There's no way to beat this. God card in play. Let's go. Oof, oof, oof. This is a freaking cheat code right here. Use the Hullbreaker with Mythic Massacre and Invoke Despair. How can you lose? Oh my gosh, bro. Hello, good game. Oh. That is aggressive. Going first. Whatever. 3 land is pretty cool. Let's roll. Right? That should be our motto. All 3 colors? Who cares? As long as it's not all 4 drops. Even all 3 drops. If you've got 3 colors and a 2 drop, who cares about missing the 1 drop? Could be a green source. It doesn't really matter. Hey, look at this. Our Luminarch Aspirant survives. So far. Right? So far. I like their name, Blue and Cream. Just sounds delicious. Get abraded. Does not survive. Okay, it's a mill deck. We can win this. Let's go. Easy peasy. Beautiful. Cave Dragon can go in next. This will be a 7-8. 5, 4, and 8. Which I believe is lethal. That's 17, right? -2. We have 30 cards left in our library still. That's actually even more damage than I thought. That's an extra 3 damage. Math is hard. I mean, it's not bad. On the draw, 3 land. Turn 2 looks spicy. We've double whites, red and green. So this is very nice land all the way to 4. Luminarch out. Which is pretty good. We're going to save that Valorous stance to deal with it. No 3 drop. Ooh, I hope we find one. I mean, this potentially could be it, but I doubt they pushed the Luminarch to 4 here. Just hit for 3, down to 17. After a choice not to block. Second main phase into Lunarch Veteran. Times dos. Beautiful. Cast turn, stance. What I hope to be a 4-4 Luminarch Aspirant, but we'll have to wait and see. And then Helena and Alina into Champion of Light. Turn 4, turn 5. A little slow, but incredibly aggressive. Our opponent, Cirrus. Cirrus? I really should not be reading anything aloud, but they have 3 land up. Potentially 4 if they play from hand here. They do decide to. Into a restoration, which is fantastic, because now if we decide to kill the Luminarch Aspirant, it actually can come back from the grave next turn. Oof. Do we still do it? Yikes. That's a good play with the restoration. Just reset it, or wait for next turn. Oh my gosh, no blocks. My bro is aggressive. Looking for some life gain. Has anyone seen my life gain? The first strike is nice. We can defend against the Luminarch, as both Helena and Alina and Thalia have first strike. It's helpful. So even if they go to 5 here, not happening. Attacking or blocking creature. They would destroy them both. No blocks. Go for it. I refuse to let you take hard advantage like that. Let's just build up the ranks. What we could do that's massive Thalia, I'll tell you what. Let's look at their hand. It's either look at their hand or hold up stance. If we look at their hand, we get an additional creature in the play, which is probably better than holding something in hand for a maybe. So this way we build wide, and we get to see what we're dealing with. Maybe it's an Emperor. So this is problematic. Mail's so cheap that they can just cast it no matter what anyways. So we take the Guardian, just so it fills up their whole turn if that's what they want to do. We know that we have to chump block. We're looking for life gain. Ooh, that's great. That's a good card. We have to draw out their stuff. Just a chump block. That is the appropriate mana we need. We hit him with the 1-2. Take it. Get him. Do it. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We still need life gain. We still need the life gain. I don't think they attack into us. That would be so brave. This is pretty brave. That's a big play. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Stop it. Okay, I think we've got this under control now. The double play takes your creature away. Oh, man. I'm going to take the token. Just, it's a safe pick, right? That's a good card. On turn 3. No, I shouldn't be talking such a tough game. I'm getting barely bullied here. Woof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Just in the air. I don't think we have one of those. I was bugging them for playing it on turn 6, and here I am, just super excited to play it on turn 6 as well. Come on. I'm sorry. I'm just excited to win, that's all. It's been a hard day. That's not a human. I guess they're a life gain deck, eh? Did they good game us with the intention of winning? I thought they were kind of surrendering. I think they think they're gonna win. But we have a massive creature in play here. I don't know if they've seen it. It gets like plus 11 here. 29, 29 with trample. Oh, just stop it. Just absolutely stop it. That's not funny. The deck has some high-end power, I'll tell you what. You get this girl in 6th gear? Woo! Let's go. Emotional damage. Oh, that's incredible. It really adds up. Like, Helena and Alina with the Champion of Light, it has to be my favorite play in the deck. Oh my gosh. The Naya deck is a ton of fun. A few of the synergies that I cannot get over, quite literally, is Helena and Alina with the Champion of Light. It is so, so good. I think that we want to make another variant that isn't so heavily weighted towards mono white in the future. I can't promise that within the next week, but probably, obviously, before the next set comes out, where we kind of balance it a little bit. We try to include some more red. There's this Reckless Storm Seeker. I think that's fantastic. The Faces of Kumano, I think, is really good as well for red. And those are just a few of my ideas that both really benefit Helena and Alina and the Champion of Light with the +1/+1 counters. And I think if we could really lean into that, of course, both of those cards are still humans, so we're not swaying from that archetype that we're looking at here. But I do think that there are a couple really cool things that we could do. Of course, what do we take out? Now, that's the really hard question. and it's almost impossible to answer. Catilda might not be the greatest. Minx might not be the craziest. However, it is good. There is synergy there late game. Adeline maybe is too mana aggressive. Elite Spellbinder doesn't have an impact necessarily like the Brutal Cathar does, but still is very good. You know, Intrepid cannot go. Luminarch cannot go. Things like this. Hopeful Initiate we don't really want to see go. We want to keep that curve, right? Always be playing a 1-drop, always be playing a 2-drop, a 3-drop, then 2 drops, and then a 4-drop. But I do think that there is a lot of promise to this deck, and you know, obviously people have played with it a lot. They like this variant because this was the most played version that we could find online for you guys to test, and you know, it's got about 60% win rate. We've got about a 60% win rate. It wins games especially well if you're on the play, and if you can carve out successfully. And I just think that I want a little bit more from it, but I'm nervous, and that's why we're going to test a new build and see maybe if we can break that 60% win rate. Maybe get you guys to a 62% win rate, 63%, right? So with this being said, make sure to like the video, show your support, subscribe to the channel, become a YouTube member, and let's take a look at some Kamigawa Neon Dynasty limited edition products that you can get your hands on from Beetle and Grimm's. All right, so we've got a nice little page. Last time that we showed this off, we were taking a look at the Platinum pack, and the biggest difference between the two kits is that you're going to get the backpack with the more expensive bundle here, which is so sick. Can we just flip through these pictures really quick? The playmat, the life counters, the tokens or amulets, the counters, the plush, the deck box, which, I mean, that's got to be my favorite thing other than the backpack itself. The world map is cool. A little tin, I would assume, here for your goodies, keychain, and then the backpack. The backpack is what it's all about. If you are going to get this bundle, it's because of the backpack, in my opinion, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Like, I would put my goodies in this for sure. Get them out of the shoebox and into the backpack, ladies and gentlemen. And then today, I kind of wanted to focus on the silver pack here. No backpack, and then just, you know, everything is basically still the same, I believe, but it's different colors, right? So you're getting the gold sleeves instead of the black dragon sleeves, and the gold dragon sleeves. It's just the gold dragon sleeve. So it's a bit of a trimmed down variant. You still get the deck box, but they're different. You see, this one has the Kami, which we all hate, and this one has the Ogre head, which we've not used yet in meta, anyways. And then a lot of the same stuff comes in there, right? The metal counters, the LED playmat, the world map, stuff like that. So 250 respectively, and 635, but you know, limited edition, something that would make a fantastic gift for a loved one. Wink wink. Anyone? And shout out to Beetle and Grimm's for actually wanting to, you know, work with me. That's fantastic. This is like a real company that works with wizards and reach out to me, so we're on the right track, you guys. We'll have a link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a magical day. We'll see you soon in the next.